Imagine a forgotten world, where four ancient races walked the earth before the Great Flood. Races with secrets so powerful that they could transform our view of the past, and perhaps even the future. How many times have you wondered what really existed before everything was erased by the waters? The feeling that there is a missing piece in this puzzle, a truth that is beyond our reach. But what if we could rescue these secrets, delve into the stories, the forces, and the mysteries that they held? Today, we will explore this hidden past, understand what these races knew and how this knowledge can impact the present. Hello, everyone! Today we are going to talk about a very curious topic that many people may never have thought about: the civilizations and ethnicities that existed before the Great Flood in the Bible. Everyone has heard of Noah and his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, who gave rise to several peoples after the flood. But what about before all this? Have you ever stopped to think about what the people who lived before the flood were like? Do they still exist, or have they disappeared over time? What secrets could they have held? In this video, we will explore these ethnicities and civilizations that have come since the time of Adam. The Bible tells us that from Adam, the first man, two main lineages emerged. One from Cain, the eldest son, and another from Seth, the third son, who came after the death of Abel. Cain's lineage was the first to form and grew considerably. Later, Seth's lineage also expanded. These two groups were the great roots of the first peoples. And here comes an interesting question. If Adam was made from the dust of the earth and Eve too, it is likely that they would have had a mixed appearance, with different skin tones. This means that their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren could have had a wide variety of physical characteristics, such as light and dark skin, different hair and eyes, just as happens today. So, we can imagine that ethnic diversity was already there from the beginning of humanity, in the early days of Adam and Eve. In this video, we will delve into these mysteries and see what were the four main races or ethnic groups that existed from the time of Adam to the times of Enoch and Lamech. Did you like the idea? Leave a comment with what you think of this theory, share it with your friends, and let's discover the secrets of the first civilizations together. These ancient peoples, who lived in the time of Adam and his descendants, had unique physical and cultural characteristics and can tell us a lot about how human diversity began. Let's take a look at four main groups from this time. 1. The Pre-Emi group, ancestors of the Semites. The Pre-Emi are considered to be the people who gave rise to what we now call Semitic peoples, such as Arabs, Jews, and Syrians. They lived before Noah and his son Shem, from which the name Semite comes. People of the Pre-Emi group probably had medium-toned skin that tanned easily, and generally had dark, wavy hair. Their eyes were brown, and they had long faces with slightly curved noses. Their average height was between 5 feet 7 inches and 6 feet 11 inches. This group is the root of many of the characteristics seen today among people in and around the Middle East. 2. The Pre-Emi group, ancestors of African descent. The Pre-Emi group represented a darker-skinned population, with features reminiscent of modern-day Africans. They were known for their dark brown to black skin tones, curly hair, and brown eyes. This group also tended to be taller, with people often between 5 feet 9 inches and 6 feet 3 inches, and some reaching over 6 feet 6 inches. The varied skin tones and stocky build of this group echo traits still found in many African cultures today. The Pre-Emi people were present in the lineages of Seth and Cain, and they may have been prevalent in the warmer regions of the earth at the time. 3. The Pre-Optic group, European and Asian origins. The Pre-Optic group was diverse and was divided into two main subgroups. Pre-Japhetic. This group included people with fair skin and hair ranging from blonde to red to dark brown, and their eyes were often blue or green. This group resembled modern Europeans, and is thought to have lived in regions with less exposure to sunlight, which may have influenced their features. Pre-Japhetic. This group had more Asian physical features, with almond-shaped eyes and dark hair. The average height of the Pre-Optic people was between 5 feet 9 inches and 6 feet 10 inches, but, as with the previous group, there was considerable variation. These subgroups probably occupied different regions and already reflected the complexity of ethnicities on Earth before the flood. 4. The Adamic group, the root of human diversity. This group was the first to emerge and had an impressive physical diversity. People with light and dark skin tones, straight, wavy, and curly hair were common among them. The early humans formed a genetic tapestry, containing a vast combination of characteristics that would later spread and specialize into the various ethnicities we know today. This original group, from which Adam and Eve came, represents the initial blending and reflects the complexity of human creation. These groups, which existed long before the lineages of Noah, formed a diverse and complex pre-flood world. We can imagine that other ethnic groups still existed and that, with the flood, they were extinct without leaving many traces. Only Noah and his family, with their direct lineages, survived to repopulate the earth. Did you like it? Comment what you thought about these ancient civilizations and share this video so that more people can discover this incredible chapter of human history. Imagine that each person carries 3 to 7 different little pieces of different origins within them, as if they were a unique mix of different ethnicities. Now, think of a mixed couple, each one bringing this mix. When they have children, each child will inherit a special combination of characteristics from those parents. It's like mixing different colors of paint to create new colors. No two children are exactly the same. For example, if this couple has 7 children, each of them may have a unique appearance. One child may look Asian, while another may have African features. A third may look like someone of European origin, with fair skin and light eyes, and yet another may resemble people of Arab or Jewish origin, with Semitic features. It's amazing how, even within the same family, everyone can be so different. These differences appear as soon as the child is born, showing how genetics is magical and creates this rich diversity. Each child is like a little window into the world, reflecting all these heritages. I hope you enjoyed learning a little more about the diversity of people and how our ancient ancestors still influence our appearance today. May God bless you all and see you in the next video. To conclude our delve into this fascinating topic of genetics and diversity, let us reflect on what it means to carry within us so many different heritages. Throughout history, each person is like a new page in a book that began to be written thousands of years ago. When we talk about genetics and ethnicity, we are not just discussing science and biology, but telling the story of humanity and all the people who came before us. Each of these heritages, whether of Asian, African, European, Semitic, or other origins, represents a rich history of adaptation, culture, and life. It is as if each of us carries small pieces of our ancestors, the struggles they faced, the achievements they celebrated, the values they cultivated. When we are born, each characteristic we inherit from our parents and grandparents is a kind of gift, an invisible link that connects us to a past that, often, we do not even know deeply. What makes all this even more interesting is how genetic combinations create unique people. Even in a family, where everyone shares the same roots, the differences can be striking. These variations show how genetics is creative, blending the characteristics of parents in unique ways in each child, as if each new generation were a new painting, with unique colors and shapes. This diversity reminds us that we are part of a vast and interconnected world, where each ethnicity, each physical characteristic, each cultural trait contributes to the richness of humanity. When we look at the world from this perspective, we understand that there are no pure or simple people, because each of us is, in fact, a complex and incredible mix of different parts of the world. So, when we look at ourselves and others, we can value and respect this mix that we all carry. It is an invitation to see the beauty in differences, to understand that each person is a reflection of history and that diversity is what gives color and life to our world. We are, at the same time, bridges to the past and seeds for the future, because our genetics will continue in our children, grandchildren, and the generations that come after us. I hope this video has helped you understand a little more about the richness of our diversity and the importance of valuing every little piece of our history. May we celebrate the beauty of differences and recognize that, in every face, there is an incredible story waiting to be told. May God bless us all and continue to guide us in understanding and valuing who we are, where we came from, and where we are going. See you in the next video.